Okay, this is Chopin Waltz A minor tutorial. I'm going to show you the right hand and the left hand, but let me just play it quickly. Messed up there, but I'll show you how to do it right. Okay, so this is the only section I'm going to show you, and then we get into the other bit. Yeah, and so on and so on. Right, so we start with this. It's in A minor, so it's all white keys. There are a few sharps that have been put in randomly by Chopin. Right, so we have E on its own, introductory note, and then we have A, B, C, C, D, E, F, and the right hand for that, when we hit the A, so we got E on its own, when we hit the A here, we hit this low A here, and then we go, so together, B on its own, then when we hit the C, we hit this A minor, it's A, C and E, with the C twice, so, and then when we go to the D, we go to the D down here, together, then we have E on its own, and then we have D minor with F, F being once, D minor being twice, and that is A, D, F. So all of that is. Then we have the next part, so the right hand for that is B, C, D, A, G, F, and the right hand for that goes from G to G7, G, B and F, F being the 7th. So we do G and B together, then we do the chord with D, then we go A on its own, then we have G with the chord, then we have F on its own. So all of that is. Then we have this. Now that is E, F, E, so da 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 da. So we go E, F, E, D sharp, E. And the left hand for that goes from C there to this C major chord. G, C and E. So that's twice. And that together is. So when we end back on the E is when we hit the first C chord. So together. Now. Then C chord on its own. So all of that is. Now keep that in your head because we're going to use that for the next part after this part. So we call that what we just learned part 1. Alright? Now this part 2 we're going to learn goes same thing except from no E to begin with. We go straight from the C to A, and this A this time, not this A, an octave higher, and we go together, and the same thing, B and then A minor with the C twice, and then we have the D's together, then the D minor twice, then this is where it changes, it goes B, C, D, A, G, B, C. So and the right hand, the left hand for this is the same thing. It's G with B together, C on its own, G7 chord that we know from part 1 with the D, then A on its own, then G together with the G7, then we have B on its own, and then when we hit the C, we hit the C here, and then we have the C chord on its own, and then we stop and we go back to the beginning of part 1 and we do part 1 again with the E. So all of that, and then we have a new part. The left hand doesn't really change that much. This new part starts with, instead of starting on A, we start on C this time. We go C, D, E, E, F, G, A. So that is C, D, E, E, F, G, A. And the right hand for that, and the left hand for that is the same thing. We take the A down here, together, D on its own, A minor with the E twice. Then we have the D minor with the F. Then we have G on its own, and we have D minor with A. Remember, the left hand's twice, that's once. And then we get to this part, which is G, F sharp, then back to the G. So G, F sharp, G, D, F, E, and the left hand for that is G's together, on its own, G7 together, D on its own, F together with a G, and then E and C together, and then C twice. And that's the first repeat. That's the first section done, and then the next section will be. But I'll do that in the next video. Hope I didn't confuse you.